Antag came to in a crater formed in the backyard of Archie Manor. RORY had come online moments before, and her self-repairing nanites reformed the parts of her body that had been damaged in the crash.
Good, you're awake. I've been working on a new plan.
Antag had his right-hand talon around her neck before she could get the word out.
I have grown weary of what you consider to be
He squeezed tighter around her neck.
plans.
A screeching started. Soon there would be enough pressure, and RORY's neck would be crushed, severing her head completely from her body. When a message infiltrated both of their CPUs, their eyes went bright, projecting a hologram of Protag. Hello, brother. If you're receiving this message, then it means your ArchiLink software is active. I believe we have much to discuss. If you want me, I am at the Emerald Coliseum. You are welcome to come. All I ask is leave RORY out of this. She has clouded your mind enough. The message ended. Antag threw RORY to the ground. Her neck began to repair itself as her vocal cords came back online.
Father, you do not disappoint. I have not the words or proper emotions to explain myself.
Silence! I will meet my brother without you.
What should I do?
In the past 7 hours, all you have done is disappoint me. See if you can somehow rectify that.
Antag leapt into the air. The jets from his feet ignited, scorching the earth below, propelling him into the sky. Protag stood in the center of the Coliseum. Lothario and Chris T waited in the wings when a sonic boom erupted above them, and Antag landed right in front of his brother.
From the moment you destroyed me to my resurrection, and even now, I cannot escape the image of you stomping your boot into my skull over and over for an eternity.
That is unfortunate, as is what I have to say next. That wasn't me.
Do not insult me.
I am not. The Protag you knew, whom you grew up with, and did that to you was not I. We were switched at birth. I was held captive by a then undiscovered race of bots called Shifters. His name was Beltron, and he's been dead for quite some time now.
No. No!
This must be underwhelming. I completely understand your thirst for revenge, but there's none to be had here.
You slew Beltron?
His sister did. Christie stepped forward. Antag turned, focusing on her. His visor beamed its familiar red.
Then it is you I shall kill, as well as your entire race.
Lothario charged to the center of the Coliseum. Don't even think about it, Antag. She's with me.
No, Lothario, it is time I reveal the truth. What you were told was only part of it. My father's thirst for power was so great that from a young age, he forced me to create an alternate identity for his missions. Antag, I did not kill Beltron.
She shifted into the form she had sworn to never be in 5 years. I was Beltron, so that means... She shifted into Antag's murderer. I was also Protag. Chris T then shifted back into herself.
But this is who I always was, who I am now, and whom I truly want to be. If that's not good enough, then strike me down.
Her eyes were focused on Antag, but she could not help but notice Lothario backing away. Protag was also speechless. The color faded from Antag's visor as he lowered his head.
Good day.
Antag's boosters ignited. He zipped away into the approaching sunset. Chris T turned to Lothario, but he was already gone, as was Protag. She was alone in the Coliseum. Patry paced back and forth in the hospital waiting room. The volume of the TV was turned up to a level he couldn't ignore. The reporter was in front of the Capitol building, announcing the results. And perhaps, with support after today's tragic events, protagonist Archie has won the election and is now Ultra City's first president. There were cheers, and even some jeers. Bots closer to Patry were silent, until he smiled and started clapping. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. Everyone joined in until RORY entered in her red comet form, spraying laser fire everywhere. Thankfully missing the patients and staff, she stopped with her sights set on Patry.
I should have done this a long time ago.
She stretched her right arm into a fist that morphed into the barrel of her plasma cannon, charging, glowing a fierce flaming ray.
Good night forever, Grandpa.
The shot went off as Hugh arrived, putting himself between Patry and the blast. A violent hole of charred flesh seared into his torso. At the other end of the wing, Orion could sense his father's death. He let out a piercing scream that stunned RORY. His tentacles changed into metal wings that flew him quickly to her. But KVXIV stopped him mid-air with her mind, arriving in the waiting room.
There will be no more death today. I suggest you get out of here, young lady, while you still possess the legs to do so.
RORY disappeared in a blur. KVXIV knelt down to cradle her fallen husband.
I hope that was good enough. I wanted to tear the metal from her exoskeleton, but I didn't because you wouldn't have wanted that. So I was strong for you. And now I heard I loved you.
The next morning, Matry looked out from her office window's view of Ultra City. Construction of the presidential suite was completed as soon as the sun rose. If anyone else had asked for a visit this early, she would have not so kindly declined their request. But KVXIV, being the one across from her, was too much of a call to action.
I know we aren't anything to each other, but after the events of the past few weeks,
They've been extreme, to say the least.
that's putting it light.
What do you wish of me?
I need you to help me put an end to RORY's reign of terror.
After all these years, and the battles we've fought against one another, why now?
Becoming a mother has changed the way I see things.
That's adorable.
Do not patronize me.
I wouldn't dream of it. Now, does this request come with a plan, or are we flying by the seat of our pants?
I want you to help me create a new virus.
You just listened to One Cycle to Span, Season 8, Episode 9, Part 5. This audio drama was written, recorded, performed, and edited by Drew Manning. If you enjoyed it, please stay tuned to this channel. Thank you for your time, and have a great one. Deep beneath the marketing offices of the Archie Corporation, in the hidden lab, where KVXIV and Lothario stumbled upon a cryo chamber, the engine of the hot tub to the right of the room came to life. The control panel keyboards lit up. A screen at the far end of the room flashed the number 1, followed by of 12. Water flowed into the tub, followed by liquid metal, then a thick pink substance. They boiled together, forming a being. The being emerged, wiping away the steam from the nearby mirror. Hugh Man looked back at himself. Whoa.